spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the Big 10, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. About to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Utah's offense will have the football first. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Got his man. Wide open spaces. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UCLA's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. He's got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if...
Oh, he's got some space. Lots of running room. He's up to 41 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started. The Bruins are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 2024 was a transition year for UCLA. New coach, new schemes, but one surprise was Carson Schlesinger, third in the nation in tackles. He's now in the NFL, David, so what's the big adjustment for this defense?
Well, I tell you what, the team finished strong, and whenever you change coaching staffs, you need that believe, that buy-in moment. Finishing 4-2 down the stretch, I thought was a good thing. So can the defense swarm? Can they game tackle? Who's the next guy in this rotation that's going to step up and make plays?
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
With jet sweep pass. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the air. It's Dampier. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arizona Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Hawaii. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The sure hands, it's Woods. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Finds a tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Thomas. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Working that left side now. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
He's got 50 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Rides the back on the option, the give. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Turning on the Jets. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Quarterback will keep it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A quick pass to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when to catch it, big fella.
The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Makes the grab. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Now on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Bruins will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air, it's Dampier. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. There he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast. So there was nowhere to go in the end zone there. That time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll do it himself. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
His drive will open from the 15.
With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bruins are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's a seam wide open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And from a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Bruins with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The give on the option. And the Utes will keep this drive going.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Got his man down the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Lost a throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Parker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. He has the first and still on his feet. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
This crowd knows when to bring it. The run to the left. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. He's moving out of the pocket. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these...
All out of space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heel.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Makes the grab.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And the Utes pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They'll go to the ground. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Got it set up on the outside. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field...
Got a little room. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep it from scoring. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Moving away from pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half, and I think that's the right decision.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Parker. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The Utes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, They're within striking distance still to win this game.
Under fire. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
And you want that clock to run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Flips it out on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.